Before starting the lesson 2, we'll first look at the words that we learned in lesson 1. दूसरे पाठ का आरंभ करने से पहले हम जो हमने शब्द प्रथम पाठ में पढ़े थे उनका अभ्यास करेंगे। तो जो पहला शब्द था वो था नमस्ते, नमस्ते, which means hello, which is also sometimes used when we are leaving the house or as a greeting for goodbye. Then we have धन्यवाद, ध न य वा द, धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद. This means thank you. Then the third is कोई बात, बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, which means it's okay, it's fine. माफ, माफ, माफ कीजिए, कीजिए. This means sorry, I am sorry. Fifth, हाँ, हाँ, हाँ. This means yes. Then the sixth is nahi, nahi, which means no. So that was all for the words in the sixth lesson. In the first lesson, going over them once again. Namaste, धन्यवाद, कोई बात नहीं, माफ कीजिए, हाँ, नहीं. Now in the second lesson, we look at alphabets. दूसरे पाठ में हम वर्णमाला सीखेंगे. So in Hindi, alphabets are called वर्णमाला, वर्णमाला, वर्णमाला. And alphabets, as in English, are divided into two categories. अंग्रेजी की ही तरह हिंदी में भी वर्णमाला दो भागों में पढ़ी जाती है. The first part is स्वर, the first part is स्वर, that is vowels, और जो द्वितीय भाग है वह है व्यंजन. And the second part is called consonant. So it is said as स्वर. Vowel is swar. S, V, R. Swar. Swar. Swar means vowels. And the consonants are called vyanjan. V, Vyan, Jan. So it's Vyanjan. Vyanjan. So Varnamala, Swar, and Vyanjan. Alphabets, Varnamala, Swar, vowels, Vyanjan, consonants. हिंदी भाषा में कुल 13 स्वर होते हैं. So in Hindi language, in total there are 13 vowels. In this lesson, we'll be looking at the first 4. But before that, just a quick overview of the pronunciation for all of them. This is a, I, u, e, I, o, ao, ang, aha, ri. In this lesson, we'll be looking at the first 4. इस पार्ट में हम प्रथम 4 स्वरों के बारे में सीखेंगे. तो शुरू करते हैं. The first vowel is a. Is a. This one, as you can see, it's a. In English, you say when you're thinking about something, or if when you're taking a pause. So the first a, you don't make the h sound. You just make the a. A. Now, how to write this? There are some tips. I'll be discussing those. But first, I would suggest when you start learning to write Hindi, it is better if you use 4 lines, a notebook with 4 boxes like this. It makes it a little easier to learn to write Hindi. So we write it this way. We make a small semicircle sort of shape. Then we go once more. We have this. then you join this, then you make a straight line, you get another straight line, vertical line, and then another horizontal line. So this is the sound. Uh, and there are some tips. So this part has to be a bit smaller, as is written over here, and this part has to be larger. And another point to notice that uh, this is touching over here. This line has to be straight, and this line does not come over the circular part. So it has to be like this. If it's like this horizontal line is coming over the circular part, it becomes wrong. And you can see the sequence once more, and I'll write it once more for you. Just give me a moment. Uh, now let's look at some of the example words. The first one is, this is an apple. In Hindi, it's called, oh, sorry, this is a pomegranate. And in Hindi, it's called anar. Anar. Just for a reference, it is written this way in Hindi. A na r. Anar. Anar. That is pomegranate. Then this is a pineapple. In German, it's called ananas. In Hindi, that's a word that has Hindi origin. So it's ananas, ananas. Then this is a snake. This is called ajgar, ajgar. Just reference ajgar, ajgar, ajgar. So the first word is anar, ananas, ajgar. Now the continent of America is called America. America. Let's skip this. America. It would be America. America. So it would be America. Next, let's look at the. Okay, now let's look at A. यह द्वितीय स्वर है. This is the second vowel. And it's like the bigger brother of A. So the sound is A, as in the palm tree, and that you open your mouth wide, and then you make the sound You just open the mouth very wide and you make the sound and it's the writing it is very similar to a. So first you make a smaller semicircle, then you make a larger semicircle, then you make a small horizontal line, then you make two vertical lines, and then another horizontal line smaller on the top. Now once more, as was in a, this horizontal line cannot extend over the semicircle. So if you write it like this, it becomes wrong. It has to be like this. You can look at the sequence over here once again. So first we make a smaller round. Looking at the sequence, first we make a smaller round, then you make another bigger round, then you make a horizontal line, then you make a vertical line, another vertical line, and then horizontal line. Now the directions are also a bit important. You can't write it like this and like this. That makes it wrong. It has to be from here and then here. Now when you get a bit accustomed, you won't need to take a pause. You can just write it like this, the way I write it. And another thing to note, the upper part of A is a bit smaller than the lower part, and this tip touches is at the same level as the horizontal line. So this is ah, ah, and it is generally connotated with double A. Next, we look at a few examples. So the first is human, a human or a man, you can say man, human. This man is the human one. Uh, it's called Adami. A the me, Adami. And this is a mango. It is called Am, 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 Am. This is the number 8. So 8. And in Hindi we call it Aath, Art, Art, Art. Uh, so this is Adami, Admi. This is Am, Am. This is Art, Art, Art. The number 8. Next. Okay, now let's look at the third vowel. अब हम तीसरे स्वर के बारे में सीखेंगे जो कि है E, which is E. It is as in India, E, E, E. So the way to write is you make a small horizontal line. Like if you see in this row, it is coming only halfway, maybe less than halfway also. So then you make a slight semicircle. Then continuing that semicircle, you make a bigger one. And then you make a loop and you go down. This is the way to write it. I'll just write it once more. Smaller semicircle, a larger semicircle, and this. That was a bit ugly. Just going once more. E, E. The point to be noticed is this part has to be smaller, this part has to be larger, and the pronunciation is as in India, and it is connotated with an I. Now let's look at a few examples. So the first is, this is cardamom, cardamom pods. It's in Hindi, it's called ilaichi, ilaichi, ilaichi. This is building, it's called imarat. E, it's called imarat. Then this is imarti, it's a sweet. Imarti, imarti, imarti. This is elaichi. Sorry. Elaichi, elaichi, ilaichi, elaichi. This is imarat, imarat. Then this is imarti, imarti. Then English. Uh, if we were write English as English only in Hindi, then also it would be English. Although English in Hindi is called Angrezi, so this is not something that you should use. But everyone in India says it that way also. Then the country of Israel. Israel, the E sound over here, it is called Israel only in Hindi also. And that is also E, choti E. Now, this E alphabet in general is called choti E, because the sound that it makes is E, which is a very small E sound. You'll understand this looking at the next. at the next slide. So this is called Buddy E, which basically means is bigger E. So Buddy, uh, this is Buddy E. Just excuse my handwriting for a bit. Buddy E. Now you'll understand this, how the sound that this makes is E, E, E versus the sound that the previous alphabet makes, which is only E, E, E. You can understand it also with the sound that we make when we say the word meat. So meat. So if you just extend it a bit, or maybe meat, this sound E, E, it's a bit longer. So that is why it is called Buddy E or the bigger E. And the way to write it is pretty similar to how we write the previous E. For writing this, we make a vertical line, then a horizontal line, a curve, a smaller curve. Then we go with the larger curve. Then we make a loop. Then we come down. We put a horizontal line, and then we have a small semicircle on top. Now, this semicircle is what differentiates it from the previous E. The previous alphabet was just this. It did not have this part on the top. So this is what differentiates it from the choti E, the smaller E, the previous E. This alphabet is Badi E, which has the pronunciation E, E, E. Please repeat after me. E. And then it is written as two eyes. Two eyes simultaneously with each other together. E. Okay, now we look at a few examples. So the first word that we have is uh, these are bricks. So a brick, and the way we write it in Hindi is eat, 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 uh, eat. This will be here, sorry. Eat, and this is eat. There's a slight N sound, eat. Okay, eat, and this T is T. It's not T as in Spanish, it's T as in tomato, as in English. So it's eat. Then we have Ishwar. This is the photo of Lord Krishna. And here I'm depicting him as God. So God is called Ishwar. E Ishwar. Ishwar. So it's Ishwar. The pronunciation wise, it's Ishwar. Then E business. Here this E, when it is written in Hindi, it is written as E. E business, because the E sound, the vowel E, when we say A, B, C, D, E, this E is pretty similar to this E. E has a slight inflection at the end, but this E does not. It's pure, pure E sound. Then honesty in Hindi is called ईमानदारी. This is ईमानदारी. 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 Honesty. So eat, Ishwar, business. Business is called Vyavasai, and then Imandari, honesty. That was all for the vowels. And for the assignment to practice them, I like you to practice the pronunciation of the vowels, and you definitely need to practice writing them. I would not suggest that you use phonetics for learning to write Hindi. You should be able to write the alphabets, because only then can you get some sort of proficiency in the language. It's pretty much like Chinese. You can learn with the help of pinyin, but then it's not very helpful, because after a certain point of time that becomes cumbersome. And the real essence of the language is also in the vowels. And then you can also practice with the assignment for the lesson. I'll be sharing the link for that in the description box, and it would be posted after this video in the playlist. Thank you. धन्यवाद. 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 That would be all for this lesson.